Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you every single one of my RC cars. Now, I'm not going to go into it in great detail. I'm just going to literally show you each one quickly. Now, over on my other channel, More Kevin Talbot, there's going to be a link to that channel down below. In great detail, I've already started. I'm going over every single one of my cars. I get so many comments from some of you guys saying, what servo do you run? What do you run on this? What do you run on that? What's your gearing? All that stuff. Do you have a job you hate? Imagine if you could make more money from the comfort of your own home. That was my dream, and it became a reality once I started selling on eBay. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars by selling on eBay, and I've now taught hundreds of people my secrets. So just check out the results here from some of my students. So if you're sick of that 9 till 5 and you want to make more money than a doctor from the comfort of your own home, then click on the link down below and I'll show you how. Let's first start off with my all-time favourite, and that is the Traxxas X Max 8S. Next to it is another Traxxas X Max 8S. This one is the one that I use for water crossing. Then moving along, we have Hbx Hyper MT Nitro, and next to that we have my version 4 Creighton. Then just above that we have my two-wheel drive Rustler. Here is an Across RC that I broke it last time I took it out, so that needs a little bit of work to get him working again. A couple of sort of Lego builds here and Meccano builds that we sort of made radio controlled, and we've done a destruction derby with these, and we still got to do the destruction derby with these ones. And then in here we have some WL toys. So we got a couple of buggies there, we got a couple of truggies and a short course. And then here we have a couple of these RGT crawlers. Here's a FTX Ibex and a Hbx Devastator, which is pretty much the same thing. And then down here we have my YQW. So this needs a little bit of work doing to it. It just needs a radio and a servo, and that's going to be back in action. Under here we have the 6-wheel drive, and that needs a new motor. And this here is a ZD Racing Raptors, and this thing was actually pretty epic. I did break it, but it did take a good beating. And underneath that, we have the Raptors Monster Truck Edition. Next, we have my Hbx Hyper VS, and then moving over to my main shelf, starting at the top, we have my HBI Savage XL Nitro. Here we have my Armour Notorious, E-Revo 2.0, Mad Force Nitro by Kyosho. And here we have the Mighty Rampage. These things here, these are absolutely epic for the money, and they're only small, but man, they take a beating. And underneath that, we have my Traxxas Xo1, and then above that, we have my burnout car build. This is the rear-wheel drive one. This can run 6S LiPo, and it smokes a set of tyres in seconds. Next to that, we have another burnout car. This one here is a front-wheel drive one. And here's my Traxxas Udr, and yeah, it needs a little bit of work. I broke it last time. And next to that, we have my Armour Infraction, and up here, we have my Schumacher Atom little 12-scale racing car. And here we got a brand new HBI Wheelie King still in the box. I've never even opened it. It's brand new and it's fresh. And then over here's my other Wheelie King. This one here's got quite a few modifications, so that will be on the other channel. It's not on there yet, but it will be. Here we have my Axial Gravedigger, Armour Outcast 4S. This is my Team C T8T, which is actually my first ever brushless RC car. And above that we have a Remo Hobby. This is an RGT with a 4-wheel steering conversion, and here's just a regular RGT. And then down here we got a couple of Traxxas TRX4s. This is my first one. This is the one with a 6S craziness to it that does like 45 mile an hour. Actually, this one does 45 mile an hour too. It's pretty much the same motor setup in there. This is my first one that I had been beaten to hell and back. This one here is a nice one, just kind of sits there as a shelf queen. And here we have my Manta Ray. So this is my first ever hobby grade RC car, and this one here is the Manta Ray re-release. Here we have the 35th scale Orlando. This thing is tiny. Check how small this is. And then coming into here, I was out today with the RCs and they got a little bit wet. I've just sort of hosed them down and cleaned them up. But this one here is my sort of waterproof TRX4. Normally sports that body there. This one here is the other Remo Hobby with a few little modifications in there. And then here we have my Traxxas Slash 4x4. All drying off, look. As I said, guys, if you check the link down below, you're going to see all these cars in a lot more details. And I haven't done them all yet, but my plan is to do every single one. It's going to take me a little while to do them all. And then this one here is my Rustler 4x4. And then up here, I've got a couple of Bahas up here. So this is the regular size one, and this one here is the Shorty. Both of them are the Rowans. Oh, helicopter up there too. And then here I've got another WL Toys A959. Then here we have a Spirit. I always got the name wrong and ended up calling it a Spurt. This is a brushless version. Just a Rampage box there. These are just like some toy grade ones here. I don't know if you can really include these as an RC collection, but they are RC, so just an empty box. Oh, nearly forgot about this one. This is my other Armour Kraton 6S. This is a version 3, and at the moment it's in bits, and it will get rebuilt and be turned back into something at some point. Then up here we have a DHK Maximus. Okay, we have more upstairs. So this one up here, I can't really be bothered to get it down at the moment, but this is that all metal, really heavy military truck thing, like Chris Fixer's got one of those things. We got a 450 helicopter in there. And then here we got a few Banggood specials, and I'm just going to go through these really quickly. So here's a little rock crawler here. Next to it, this is another little rock crawler, probably more toy grade really than anything. This thing here, I did a little video on this last Christmas, but I didn't really use it much. So this is going to come out again at some point. Here we got another Rampage. Here's a little toy grade thingy-majig that they wanted me to review. Not really my sort of thing, but... And then here we have a little drift car. And here we got another one of these little military Jeep type things. Oh, this thing here is actually super crazily fast. This thing here, it runs on 3S LiPo, and it's got these paddle tyres on there so it can drive on water. And I've had that out in the sands, I've had it out in the lake, and the thing rips. Then next to that we have the Desert Eagle. This one here is brushless. And then here we have a couple of speedboats. And then here we got another little toy grade crawler. Here's another little toy grade crawler. I think this is like an NM90 or something, whatever they call it, but that's one of them. Here we have a WL Toys Across, and man, I love these things. 2-speed transmission in that. Here we have another WL Toys. This one here is 1/12 scale, single-speed transmission. And next to it, we have the bigger version, and this one here has a 2-speed transmission. So this one here is pretty much the same as this one, just a different body. And then going next to this one, we have the 1/12 scale Across. And next to that, we have a Hbx Transit. Here's another Hbx Transit in here. And here we have a tank. And this box here, we have the Cobra. And this thing I was actually really impressed with. It's not stupidly fast, but it's got a decent speed to it. It jumps really nice. It took a good beating, and I was actually really impressed. And this is actually one of my favourite cheapos at the moment. Next along, we have the Fighter. And I've got a soft spot for all of these sort of vehicles that have got a solid axle on the back. 12 scale, I think that one is. And moving swiftly on, oh, here we have the Jlb Cheater. This one here is the, I don't know what version, but it's a Cheater anyway. And then next to that, here we have the V-Car Bison. This one's a version 3. And then next to it here, we have the older version here. I think this one here is just a version 1. And underneath that, we have the Pirates 3 monster truck. The wheels are off of it at the moment because it sort of fits in the box easier. And then next to that, we have the Pirates 3 buggy, 1/8 buggy. This one here, I was actually pretty impressed with. This one went really well. And then next, we have a, forgotten what it is. I think it's a ZD Racing, probably a Pirates as well, but this one here is a Truggy, brushless. It can run on 4S LiPo, I believe. And then next, we have a Jlb 3-speed, which is pretty much the same as a Cheater. And then next in here, we have the little Nitro by Hbx, I think it is. And in here, we have the Hbx Rally Car. I think it's a Hbx, guys. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. This one here is a Nitro as well. And here we have another Jlb Cheater. This one here has the monster truck design tyres on it. And then here we have another one of these Spirit type things. And I've got a few of these actually. Some of them have different bodies to others. So this one here has got more like the roll cage on it. Out you come. There you go. Pretty much the same as the other one, but different body. This one here is the brushless version as well. And then next to that, we have another one, and this is pretty much the same thing, but this one's a brushed version. And then in this one here, we have this little motorbike here. Well, it's actually quite big. It's a lot bigger than I expected. And up here, we got a ZD Racing Pirates 2, and we got another, I think that's just a box. Yeah, that's just a box, nothing in there. That one's down there. And I've got a whole load more of these Rampages and a whole load more of these Transits. I've got a whole box full of them here and here. So I don't know how many I've got left. I've given a few away, but there's still a few in there. So that is pretty much my RC collection. So at home, I've got another couple of helicopters. I've got a Horobo shuttle. That was my first ever helicopter. I've actually got 2 of them. One I smashed up and I bought another one so I can get the other one working again. And then I've got a Thunder Tiger Raptor 50 helicopter. That's at home as well, and I think that's pretty much it. I forgot to mention this drone that I've got here, and I've actually got a few more drones in there. I'll show you them in a sec. I've got this crawler here, which is a 1/18th scale, I believe. I forgot to tell you about that one a minute ago. So we've got a Falcon K100 helicopter here. We've got a Horizon Hobby Nano CPS helicopter here. And here we have a K130 helicopter. And then drone-wise, I have this drone here, which is a tiny little thing. And then I've got the E-Sheen whoop thingy-majig in here. Tiny Hawk, one of them. I can't be bothered to get it out of the packet, but it's one of those. So I've got no idea how many RC cars that is. I've kind of lost count a long while ago. So if any of you guys kept count, let me know in the comments how many RC cars have I got. So anyway, guys, if you look at my other channel, as I said, link to that channel down below. There's a playlist. And in that playlist, I go over every single one of my RC cars and I break down the exact setup and all the spare parts and all the modifications and upgrades and accessories that I use on each car. And at the time of making this video, I haven't done them all yet. I'm still working on them. There's quite a fair few to get through. I've done a few and they are already on that channel. So subscribe to that channel as well if you haven't already. And then you're going to be notified if you smash the bell button when I upload more videos on there. And at the moment, I'm uploading on there quite a lot. So guys, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, bell button, thumbs down if you suck. Check out some of these other videos here, and also check out my other channel for all these cars in detail. See you soon. Bye. 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 Bye.